Bored with plain water but don't need the added chemicals and sugar that sodas or sports drinks bring? Need hydration but don't like the artificial colors and weird flavors of something like Gatorade? You could turn to something like a powdered drink mix, but those can be messy and end up clumped in the bottom of your glass. The Vitapod drink system here promises a whole new way to get your vitamins, minerals, and flavonoids while enjoying a cool, delicious drink that they say is healthier than water. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and first off, thanks for clicking on this video. In this review, I'll take a look at how this machine works, what it can do, the drinks and options available, and how they taste. Stick with me and we'll also talk prices, and I'll tell you whether I think it's a good investment for you. An early heads up, if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please hit that like button and do subscribe, because it does help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there gets to watch, enjoy, and learn from. So what is Vitapod? The Vitapod system combines many features you might expect to see in other kitchen appliances, but here they're all in one unit. It's a water filter, chiller, and drink mixer. You'll put the device on the countertop, plug it in, and fill the reservoir with about 3 liters of water, which should be enough for about 6 full-sized drinks. Using Vitapod's special pods, the machine will mix water with the contents of the pod, mixing it up so there's no powder residue, then pour it into a glass. The holding tank for the water is insulated, has chilling properties, and can take ice cubes too for colder water. There's also a built-in water filter. Let's get a little closer look. The Vitapod releases the pod's contents into the clear mixing chamber, where the contents are mixed by blades moving at about 690 revolutions per minute, so there's supposed to be no clumps or residues. The machine also filters out impurities in your water while it's creating your drink by passing the water through a carbon filter. With most filters, the water will pass through just once, but Vitapod says its water passes through multiple times, meaning less chance of things like microplastics, chlorine, or toxins ending up in your drink. Vitapod says their filter will give you about 10 times the filtration as the market-leading filter system. So how does the filtered water taste on its own? So is there a big difference in the tap water taste to the filtered water taste? I've got a glass of ordinary filtered water from my reverse osmosis tap. Clean, fresh tasting. This is filtered water through the Vitapod. Also really clean and fresh tasting on its own. I would definitely put it up against the reverse osmosis filtered water. Yeah, tastes great. Vitapod has a built-in chilling system that will cool the water to what it says is the optimal temperature for drinking at about 10 or 15 degrees Celsius. And that, says Vitapod, will speed up the absorption process within your body, so you'll get the benefits of the vitamins and the hydration more quickly. I have to say, I was expecting chilled or cold water, and that's definitely not what you get. It's more temperate, and I'd say it really only gets half-hearted applause for calling it chilled. I'd run the chiller in the unit for about an hour, and the water never got truly cold. In my tests, it stuck at about 20 degrees Celsius or 69 Fahrenheit. And the chiller, by the way, kicks out very warm air and makes a good amount of noise, so given the lackluster results, I kept it off after that. You can also, says Vitapod, add ice to the tank, and the thick insulated tank should stay cold. Except an hour after I added 3 giant ice cubes, they were all melted, and the water still wasn't really that cold. So to me, this container is not preserving much in the way of cold temperatures. One last note on this tank, it does have a handle so you can carry it to the sink a little more easily. With the Vitapod, you can customize the size of your drink from about 3.5 ounces or 88 milliliters to 8 ounces or 236 milliliters, or make yourself a full 16.9 ounce drink, which is about 500 milliliters, just by choosing with the button. Vitapod says it's worked with scientists and doctors to create pods that provide the nutrients most commonly found to be lacking in our diets. The Vitapod system aims to provide vitamin A, C, D, and E, as well as things like potassium, magnesium, calcium, and polyphenols. Sodas and general powdered mixes often contain sugars or artificial flavors and sweeteners. Vitapod drinks have neither of those, and they're low in sodium. I will say though, these are not unsweetened though, and for me this was a biggie. All the drink mix samples that I've tested here have some kind of sweetener in them, and in this case it's stevia. And in my opinion, they were way too sweet and syrupy for me, and they did taste a bit chemically. I tested the drink mixes around with some friends and gave them taste tests, and we were kind of evenly split on whether the drinks were great as is or too syrupy tasting. Vitapod's team responded to my opinion by suggesting I could double the amount of water for each drink to cut the sweetness. So I did take to making my pods in a pitcher, and I will say that did help. Less sweet, yes, but naturally some of the flavor is also lost. It does have the added benefit though of meaning I get twice as much drink out of each pod, so yay for me. That's when I got to thinking about what Vitapod really is trying to do here. This is not really a machine that's going to make infused water. Think instead of it as a sports or hydration drink maker, but with none of the garbage that something like Gatorade has in it. It's too sweet to be called infused water, but more natural tasting than Gatorade, if that makes any sense at all. Vitapod pods cost about $1.16 US each and are sold in 30 packs for about $35. Each one will make that 16-ounce drink, and if you're like me and want it a little less intense, you're actually getting 32 ounces for that same price. Overall, Vitapod is easy to use and it has a good range of flavors and health and wellness options. It has an insulated water tank, sort of, so it won't get too warm, and it does make drinks pretty fast. The downsides: I found the drinks in their regular 16-ounce form to be too sweet for my personal taste, but some of our friends, between them and us, were about 50-50 on whether the drinks are too sweet or just right. I also didn't find the chilling super effective unless I added ice cubes to the tank, and even then, it wasn't quite right. This machine also takes up a substantial footprint on your counter, and you will need to clean it frequently since there is definitely overspray as well. If you're the type who drinks Gatorade or supplement shakes non-stop, or you hate taking vitamins, this machine is made for you. With more natural flavors and appealing taste combinations, it's a way better option for getting your vitamins and minerals. If you're just looking for something like unsweetened or infused water beverages, this is not the machine that you are looking for, but it's also not what it claims to be, though I am hopeful that Vitapod is going to be coming out with some other options, some really unsweetened options in the future. The Vitapod machine here sells for about $199 US, and you can get it from the company's website, which I will make sure is linked up. If you want to read this review or reference any of what I've talked about, head over to techgadgetscanada.com, where I've got a full write-up. There, you can ask me any questions you have about this device. You can also post your questions here on the YouTube channel in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Erin. Until the next time, you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'm at ErinLYYC. You can also always reach me through Facebook at facebook.com/techgadgetscanada.